Today we are going to be talking to George, one of our top graduates, on how he's gone from 7 to 14 serviced accommodation units in the last 12 months. I'm also here with my great business partner, Ross Mallalieu, known as AKA the Agent Whisperer. Ross, how long have you been in the creative property space?
Last 15 years I've been in the business, and I can't see myself going anywhere anytime soon.
Excellent. And in your time, how many deals have you sourced?
Thousands and thousands of properties up and down the country, far north as Elgin, Scotland, far south as Portsmouth, Plymouth, into Ireland, you name it, I've been there and took on properties.
Excellent, great stuff. So look, we're here with George. George, great to actually be sitting in one of your serviced accommodation units. Let's dive straight into the numbers on this deal. So how long have you had this deal in the portfolio?
About 2.5 years now.
2.5 years. And do you own this, or is it a rent-to-rent?
It's a rent-to-rent property.
Okay, and how did you go about finding this deal?
Bandit boards.
Bandit boards?
Yeah, on the side of the road, yeah.
Awesome. And you rent it from the landlord. How much do you pay rent to the landlord?
$9.50.
$9.50. And you rent it out how much per night?
$130 direct, $140, $50, depending what's going on online.
Okay, so let's just say £140 a night, give or take. And is this going out to the leisure market, the corporate market, contractors?
Mainly contractors.
Contractors. And when we say contractors, what do we mean?
Workmen, so I get all sorts, electricians, shop fitters, even rock climbers that deal with the sides of cliffs, making sure they don't fall in.
So really, any type of professional that is working away from home is looking for home away from accommodation, right? Yeah. Okay, great. So you rent it out for about £140 a night. You then have costs. You've got to pay the rent. You've got the gas, the water, the electric, the council tax. You've got internet, little bit of upkeep. Give or take, how much does this one property that you do not own, how much does this make you per month?
It can make up to 1,500, but 1,000 is quite a good figure.
Okay, so £12,000 a year from just one of these. You've now got 14 in the portfolio. You must be feeling pretty chuffed.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. What is it about property investing or being an entrepreneur, running a property portfolio? What is it about that you enjoy the most?
I think the freedom, being your own, I've always worked for myself, but setting your own time scales, I think that's the big thing for me, being able to pick what you want to do. You can't always pick because problems don't let you pick, but yeah, just a bit more time freedom.
Yeah, great. And it's one of the reasons why you first got involved as well, Ross, was to get time back, because if you look at the UK population right now, most people are in jobs they don't like, or they got businesses taking up their time, they're not making enough money. People are genuinely worried and freaking out about their financial futures because wages are going down, people are losing their jobs to artificial intelligence. The world has gone absolutely bonkers since really the pandemic. Inflation at its highest level, interest rates on the rise, cost of living like insane. This is why people are seeking property. But Ross, traditional property investing is still good. Why do you love the rent-to-rent model, and exactly what is rent-to-rent?
Yeah, so by all means, as much as I focus on the creative property strategy, it doesn't mean that the original traditional property strategy is dead far from it. For me, there is a huge barrier to entry when you go down the traditional property route. You need, lots of thousands of pounds for deposits, you need to be mortgageable, there's a buying process you need to follow. Well, none of that is applicable when it comes to creative property. You can get into the units relatively cheap, anywhere between £3,000 to £5,000 typically would be the ingoing costs for your first deal. And again, the money it generates each month, for me, for the time invested, for the education that's needed, there is no better strategy right now in the UK where you can get fast results, where you can scale it and literally dictate your own destiny.
Yeah, you've doubled your portfolio in a year. We've been working with you for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
Maybe just under, something like that. It's got to be around 3 years. You did 7 properties in your first sort of 18 months to 2 years. You've done another 7. You've doubled in the last year. What do you put that down to, George?
I could have more. Definitely could have more. I think just keeping at it, resilience, and just sort of adapting, looking at different areas. we're just keeping at it.
And have all your deals come from different landlords, different agents, or have you got some multiple deals from agents and landlords?
Well, like this landlord, for example, I've got her dad's property and her brother's property.
Okay.
But no, I think one in the pipeline. They're all individuals.
Yeah, but a lot of, like you say, 3 have come from the same family.
Yes.
So building relationships is,
definitely.
really, really important.
Yeah, I've turned units down from the same family as well. So
Yeah.
and I'm trying to get into another family at the minute. I've got a lot more to go at. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, a lot of people who want to get into property, certainly serviced accommodation, they don't because they feel it's going to cost them a lot of money. It's going to take up all of their time, and they are just going to have problem guests or tenants all the time. Your property portfolio, 14 units, give or take, how many hours a week does that take you to keep on top of?
I'm not too sure. I've got a VA, which took a lot of time.
Okay.
Like, give me a lot of time back. So a couple of hours a day, not even that sometimes.
So it's like a part-time gig for full-time money.
Yeah, but it depends on growth. If you can spend all day trying to get a deal, and you get what I mean. But in terms of actually running it and managing it, no, it's not a lot of time, and especially more so. I've got the VA. I must admit, I'm scratching my head sometimes, thinking, shouldn't I be doing something? So
wow. Well, it's great because you're actually treating it like a business, and you've got your time back. And you said earlier that you spent the last 6 months sort of twiddling your thumbs. So because you're making the money now, so you can do what you want when you want. Now, in terms of checking people in and out, is that something you do personally, or how do you get that done without you having to do it?
no. So everywhere's got lock boxes, or this property, for example, is a shopkeeper around the corner. Doesn't charge me, just holds the key. And I use Key Nest at another 2 addresses, I believe, 2 addresses.
Okay, so actually you do not have to meet anyone?
No.
Everything's done online? So where do you get your bookings from?
Booking.com, Airbnb, VRBO mainly, but we pick up quite a lot of direct bookings, especially where I've got a number of units in the same area. Like, for example, the guys that checked out of here today, the guys that are checking in today, it's all direct. Okay. I've got the same group and different properties. So it's just getting to know who's coming. Yeah.
And obviously direct bookings, you're not then paying the 10 or 15% agency fee to booking.com or Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
So ultimately they're a good place to start, but the quicker you get direct bookings, the better it is, yeah? And what are some of the key essential things that you want to make sure that your apartment's got, so you're going to get the right type of people and the right type of bookings?
Good Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Good Wi-Fi, that's for sure. Enough cutlery.
Yeah.
That's always a big thing, obviously. Comfort, sofa, big beds. Like, I'd rather have a bigger bed and no furniture than a small bed and loads of furniture. So towels, clean, just your basics really.
And I think it's important as well that naturally with the target audience we're going for, contractors, they're on the road, you're going to need a parking space. So again, having a parking space for me, for this audience, is essential.
Yeah, because they've got their vans. That's going to be important.
Like, this has got underground parking, secure underground parking. So that's they're made aware before booking that.
Excellent. Well, look, you're doing fantastically well. Really, really well done. Look, it sounds like you're winning another fantastic deal. What would you like to say to anyone tuning into this that's a bit nervous about getting into property, or they're thinking about it, or they're not too sure if it's right for them? What would you say to people wanting to do this? Maybe they're in the rat race, they're not making enough money, they're at a point in their life where they want change. What would you say?
Give it a go, but be committed.
Yeah.
Just giving it a go. Yeah, I think, just be committed to it.
Excellent. Well, it's been brilliant. We've absolutely loved helping you, George, and you've worked really closely with Ross over the years, and we've spent some great time together out on the retreats, level 1, level 2, and you're back out there with us next year as well, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. So, we will come back and revisit once you hit 25 deals. All right? Okay. Great. Well, look, there we have it. Right, another amazing success story. 14 deals. From a very relaxed, chilled out George, puts in the work, makes sure he stays in contact with us, just follows the guaranteed process, and he's living his version of his dream life. And if you're tuning into this now and you are somebody that is looking for more, you want to sack the boss, reduce the hours, you want to get involved with something that's going to light you up and take you, your loved ones, to where you want to be. Maybe that's more holidays, that's more freedom, that's upgrading the car, sacking the boss, or just making you sleep well at night. I'm telling you, rent to rent serviced accommodation is the way to go. So in the description, hit the link and you will find a very special gift where we will invite you to a free brand new event where you can come and hang out with us, and we will show you exactly how to start, scale and grow an amazing high cash flowing property portfolio. Hit that link now, grab your seat, and we'll see you on the other side.